Hello and welcome back to ProjectSeawolf. Today we're back on the boat and I think we're gonna take a look at this patch job, clean it up and flatten it out and add this gel coat that I have now. Some drill epoxy mixing sticks in here so I can just make that. And then finally, put the stairs back in, the companionway steps. My legs, I feel my legs all week from doing this big step up in and in. All right, got the entryway pretty much put together. The companionway, need a new bronze screw for that. I think there must have been a spacer underneath this panel because there's this little bit of space, but otherwise I think it's pretty good. I mean, takes my weight fine, so yeah. And then all prepared out here, start knocking this back and then putting a gel coat on it. So the gel coat has a hardener and that, so it's kind of, I guess, epoxy or something, and that should seal it up really nice. There's a ton of it in here. It's supposed to cover 100 square feet, so I might be able to redo the entire, anything I need on the boat I'll probably be able to do with this. So I know these are small potatoes when I'm trying to get the boat back in the water, but this leaked so bad with the rain that I'm glad I'm getting it finished before I put it back in, before the winter comes. Okay, the patch cleaned up really nice and smooth now. You can see where there's been some bubbles in the fiberglass, which I'll be more careful of next time. But yeah, I can see how those can be really big issues because they basically create these pockets and then water can get between the layers. But the ones that I've exposed, I've sanded pretty well. And I think this will be good enough for the cockpit, honestly. So this texture is probably rolled on or something, or pressed in. So there's like a high build paint and then pressed in diamond texture. So I probably won't be able to do that for a long time, but I should be able to paint this with the gel coat now. So this is nice and smooth. The gel coat should just penetrate all the like micro chasms in there, and because it's kind of an epoxy itself, it should seal up everything really nice, and then it'll be like nothing ever happened except for there's a smooth spot in the gel coat and maybe a bit of blue around the sides. So yeah, pretty happy with the way this turned out. I'll be more careful about the bubbles in the future, but it was definitely a really forgiving learning experience because this isn't on the bottom of the boat, this is on the top of the boat, so I don't have to worry about the ocean coming in. But when I go to the bottom of the boat, I will do much better and I will avoid all bubbles and make sure it's really, really nice. But this did really well. I like this. On top of the big patch, I also went back and sanded back these screw holes that I had filled with epoxy, and so these turned out extremely well. I really like that. And so I went back and I used the finger sander to take out big chunks that were like very uneven, and then I used the regular orbital sander to get it flat. So those will also be receiving a layer of gel coat today. Wouldn't be an episode of Project Seawolf and if I wasn't learning something new, and today I'm learning how to use Gelcoat. So this is 10 drops of hardener per 1 ounce of this. So I'm going to measure out in here. I probably don't need more than 1 ounce, maybe. I'm going to assume that I want to roll this on because I don't think you want paintbrush marks, but I guess if you paintbrushed it on, then you could like sand it smooth afterwards. Wow, this stuff smells so strongly of chemicals. Wow, that'll probably be enough, honestly. That's about 1.5 ounces, almost 2 ounces. So 1 ounce, 10 drops, 15, 16 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 16. 16 drops. Okay, 16 drops. Mix, 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 I'm sure. Honestly, I don't think I need this rolling tray. I think just the roller would be fine. I'll just pour a little bit on, see how far it goes. I'm gonna wipe it down with acetone one more time, because I touched it with my glove. So I'm going to wipe that down, and then I'm going to wipe down the 2 other areas because I think I'm just going to take the excess from this big job and just apply it to these little jobs as well. I think it's thickening up already. Okay. Yeah, I should have plenty for the other jobs. This goes as far as it looks like it will. Wonder how many coats you're supposed to do of this. And any excess that gets over the blue stuff is fine, I think. I don't know if that's like a blue gel coat, but it's in a lot of places on the boat. Yeah, I can totally see a second coat like doing this wonders. Just gonna do a little coat there before I add more. So this is gel coat with wax. So I don't know what I mean, of course the big difference between is gonna be with or without wax, but I think it's appropriate for some applications and not others, but yeah. I'm not sure exactly what the differences would be, really. If there'd be a particular reason why you would use one or the other. Alright, on the popsicle stick, the gel coat is still a little bit sticky, but you can tell it's drying pretty good. I think in the meantime, I'm gonna knock out this little through hole, because they all need to come out, and I have some time. I'd rather not just wait and do nothing. I'd rather get stuff done. Now, if this little through hole comes out very easy, I might knock out the huge one that the camera's sitting on right now. We'll see if we can get this one out first. Lefty-loosey, hopefully. That's not good. So I think the whole thing is twisting, actually, including the outside part. Broken. Come on. I saw you crack off. Come on. Yay! Okay. And that was super easy, actually. Oh, yeah. Oh. I just pressed it. And it went out. Another through hole down. Okay, the gel coat still hasn't really dried. Dandelion seed. Oof. And that's going to be an issue there. There's a little flippy bit. So, yeah, definitely going to need to sand this back a little bit. At least sand out the stuff that's been landing in it. Like little flies and stuff. And then put another coat on. But the top is starting to harden up a little bit. Oh, there's a little bit of gel coat on the camera. That's not great. So in the meantime, I'm thinking of taking on another large through hole. And that would be this one, which I believe was the raw water out, or black water out. Yeah, black water out. Last time we did one of these, it was in the bilge. And I just started twisting away at this part, and this whole part came off. The spacer had another washer underneath, so you have to get the spacer off. And the spacer was 5200 down, so probably gonna have to use some alcohol to get that off. And then hammer out the mushroom. All right, I put some lube on here. I can see there's like a hose clamp on this for some reason. Don't know why. Yeah, I have no idea why that's there. But that should just clip off pretty easy. So this, obviously this through hole is built different. And it doesn't have the pipe fitting that the other one did. So what it is, just when they installed this, did it just twist on, or? So maybe I'm gonna be able to twist it by hammering away at these end bits. I'm gonna have to think on that. Okay, I can see the base moving now. I'm also breaking this off. Yeah, so just, if you're new to the channel, there's no point in saving these because they're all seized open and really, really corroded. So I'm just taking them all off and filling the through holes, and not gonna have any through holes in the future because we're going electric. And composting toilet. Ah, okay. So that comes out now. Interesting. So maybe I can get a crowbar through here and then hammer it away that way. It's going. One little bit at a time. Okay. Woo! There's that. Yes! Wow. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna use what we learned last time about the construction of this to help get this off easier. So I would expect 5200 seals it down, and this to be covering a flange or a screw-on thing. Okay, well, it's pretty much burned through that wood because this oscillating tool has no teeth left. So I'm gonna put in a new blade. That's looking pretty good. Let's see if I can't get these pieces of wood apart. All right, well, they're maybe break them apart because apparently they're not in very good shape. Sweet, that came off really easy. There we go. Cool. Nice. Okay, I don't see another thing here, so maybe it'll just go through now. Maybe? I have no idea what this stuff is. It's like a reddish color. Might be like a fairing compound or something. I don't know. Woo! Yes! All right, here are the 2 holes we made. Big one, small one. There's a lot of pink stuff in there. I don't know. But here is the big mushroom. Looking good. I know how to fix this eventually. Still have to get that one, which is in the head. That looks like a blister, but that's the one we got before. Here's the transducer. I'm gonna have to dig that one out of fairing compound. This one is the sink drain in the galley, so I can get that one pretty easy. Same idea. This one is the cockpit drain, which I would like to move up here to the water line, at least. Low priority though. And then I'm not quite sure what this one is, but it's in one of the lasses. And this one is the engine out. I haven't decided if I want to keep this for some reason. Again, cockpit drain, and then another, I believe, transducer. Good progress today. Might almost be time for the next gel coat layer. Okay, admittedly it might have been a little bit cold to put on the gel coat because it still comes off on my hand. Still waiting on that, and in the meantime I'm thinking of knocking out this through hull back here. This used to be, I think, the sink drain. Yeah, but as you can see, it is totally seized like all the other through hulls. Maybe you can't see. As you can see, there's a lot of corrosion going on with it. It's stuck open. The brass on the outside might look great, but I really don't need it. Looks like it'll come off in 2 parts. So there's the upper part that should screw off, and then the lower part that should screw off after it. And then the mushroom will hammer through, hopefully. How am I gonna do this? Wow. Oh. There we go. Okay. The only
thing I can think of now is to get under the mushroom on the outside to get it started and then to hammer it through. So I brought my wedges and putty knife out, and we're gonna try to get under the mushroom, which doesn't even show any sign that it's been stressed at all. So yeah, gonna try to get something under it. Okay, I can start to see it wiggle a little bit. Finally got it out. Wow, it took a few hours. Took a lot of fiberglass cutting. I had to cut around the edge of it to get it out. And yeah, there's still fiberglass stuck to it. I wonder if they used thickened epoxy to get it in, or what, but it's out now. One more down. All right, it's been a few hours, and this gel coat, like the top of it feels pretty good, but yeah, it still is coming off. So maybe I'm gonna have to come back tomorrow to get the second coat on. Yeah. Well, if you like this episode of Project Seawolf, give it a like and subscribe. And I mean, I'm here every week working on the boat. You can keep up to date with the episodes by subscribing and liking, and you can help me out that same way as well. If you really like the episode, you can check out the Patreon, and I'll send you a t-shirt if you sign up for the $5 and up a month. I think we were making a lot of really good progress. Knocking out those through hauls is definitely like something I've been putting off doing. There's just a few more left to do, and I've got to do some investigation to see how I could reroute the cockpit drains, or if I should just keep them underwater. So I'll see you next week when we're probably going to be doing some more deck repair stuff, another layer of gel coat, and knocking out more through holes. One step closer to getting her back in the water. See you next time.